today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals.
The Patriots take over first down.
Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So the shoulder for Cam Newton apparently not really an issue as he reached back and uncorked a big one there.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking for White on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. On 1st and 10, Newton. He completes it right side to White. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Shotgun now for Murray. Rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray again. This is Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Newton on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup.
From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It's the man traded by the Patriots, Chandler Jones. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Bird on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. I'll tell you, if you lined up Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson for a foot race, I think Kyler Murray might just be a bit faster. And boy, was he moving there. Incredible. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the pressure gets to him again. Dietrich Wise has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
He's good. Makes the score Patriots 10, Cardinals 3.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
On the tackle.
Here's Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Going on the ground, it's White. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down,
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coach.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Get it! Get it! I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Larry Fitzgerald, incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he can't field it cleanly. And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Operating from the gun. Murray out to his left. He'll try and run it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And oh no, everybody on that sideline holding their breath as Kyler Murray is slow to get up here. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Operating from the gun, Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing, Hundley. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground with White. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Newton. He'll run it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ryan Izzo, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Certainly no settling into the drive.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. John Simon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score
this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now in Foxborough. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. The Cardinals on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a carry for White. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep for his running back, White, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton, flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. to throw again. Newton. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Newton on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. Tell you what, and the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jabal Sheard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Ryan Izzo, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Kirk, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That close to taking a 4th quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Newton. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's White. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there that sets him up now 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Still churning, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Larry Fitzgerald, no stranger to making big plays in overtime. I know you remember, Charles, divisional round 2015. Fitzgerald took a 75-yard pass to the 5 and then scored on a shovel pass to beat Green Bay.
That was something, wasn't it? And when it comes to Larry Fitzgerald, when I think of overtime, I always think big moments. This is a bigger stage, and it never bothers Larry Fitzgerald. In fact, he rises to it.
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. John Simon. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The score remains tied.
And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Open man is Myers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 31-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get 1 in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through. And